Hey guys, well, here is the Craftsman mower, and I haven't been able to use it because I've ran into another problem with it, as I may have mentioned in some of my previous videos talking about it, probably the update video that I did the last time. A few weeks ago when I started using it, I started smelling gas, and I've noticed this area of the deck started getting wet with gas, and I shut the mower off immediately, and it was coming from the carburetor. I almost thought if it was actually the carburetor again, even though it's been less than a year since I replaced it. But I took a much closer look. Now y'all are probably not going to see it. Oh yeah you can. Well, here's where you connect the fuel line to the carburetor, and here's the actual fuel line. Well, the fuel line had got dry rotted, and it somehow worked its way loose, and that ended up being the culprit. So today we're going to be fixing it. So I got all my parts right there, so let me get my tools and we'll start fixing it. Alright, let's go ahead and just pull this air filter off. Well, while we're at it, we'll check how the filter looks. And, well, that filter's dirty. I think I'll replace it because I got a box full of these filters in my room. So I'll just replace it. So we need to pull this air box assembly off, and there are 3 10mm bolts. Got this one up here, and then these two that hold the carburetor on. Alright, so I got this screws all loose. Airbox assembly will just pop right off. And I've even noticed another problem too. This breather tube, y'all can't see it from here. Let me get the camera off the tripod and give y'all a closer look. Right there, it's got a crack right there, but fortunately I do have a new one. So now we need to take this one assembly off too. It's held on by this bolt too. I think that's also a 10mm. And yep, that is also a 10mm. This is a long bolt, and I think from right in behind there's going to be a spacer. Then the carburetor is going to even come off as well. And I just had a gasket fall off too. And this should obviously give us enough room here. Also, what you can do to make this even easier is the governor spring from right down here. I don't know if y'all can see that. You can go ahead and disconnect that. That'll make it be more freely. Alright, so I got the fuel line off, and goodness gracious, I can't even look at that. I'm trying to flex it, and this thing is just hard as a rock. I just can't believe that. I guess the quality on these are not that great. Now, even though I do run non-ethanol gasoline in all of my equipments, that's just crazy. I do need to get this clamp off because I do need to reuse the clamp. So now we just need to put it all back on. And here's the new fuel line right here. I'll give y'all a close look at it. And this is a genuine Honda fuel line. There's the part number for it. So now we'll install this back onto the mower. And before you start installing the fuel line, make sure you put this little shield onto the fuel line, and as well as your clamps. And now we're ready to install it. Alrighty, I don't know how well y'all can actually see all of this. So the end nipple is right here from where the fuel shutoff valve is. We'll go ahead and install that. I do apologize if y'all can't see that very well. So we'll just push that in as far as we can. Even it's a little bit difficult for me to try and do it because of the camera right here. And that's how you just push it in as far as you can and then secure your clamp. Alright, it's the next day. Everything is put back together, and I do apologize for not showing y'all on getting everything put back together because I was having issues with it. The biggest problem that I was having was installing the new breather tube that you see right here. Now, installing it right here on the engine was no big deal, but the biggest issue I had was trying to get it attached to the air box. Just because, being that it is a brand new part, it just made it a lot more difficult. So what I ended up doing, the nipple on the air box, I just sprayed some lubricant on it and then just grabbed the end of that tube with needle nose pliers and got it to push in. I was just fighting with it for quite a few hours. So that's why I didn't end up filming everything. So I now have the fuel valve turned on. Nothing is leaking. I got everything put back the way it is. So let's see if it starts. And while I have it out, I think I'm gonna mow the backyard with it. There we go, that ought to work. Alright, Craftsman mower is back up and going once again. And I've already, even while I was doing all the work on it, I went ahead and sharpened the blade. So that's good to go. So, in the meantime, I'm going to mow this backyard just before it starts to rain. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And so, thanks for watching.